Alright guys, in today's video, this is going to be lesson number 1. Today we're going to talk about how to drift this car, right? And to drift, you need a car that's made for drifting. The weight really matters on a car, so you need to have a very well balanced car. I'm not going to go into details, but this car is very well balanced, alright? The rear end has to swerve, and the front one has to control the direction where the car is going. But you could go crazy into it. You could mess with the camber, caster, everything. But most importantly, you need to have drift wheels. The drift wheels are the tires. They're hard, alright? And they have pretty much no traction, alright? And very little traction, but they do spin at high speed, and it makes the car just swerve out of control. But then you need to control the car and keep it in a correct direction, alright? And this car is equipped with AVC receiver. You could use a gyro or AVC receiver. They both work in the same way. And you can control the throttle. So when your car is drifting, it's gonna cut down the throttle, but you want to cut that off. That's what I did. Alright, we're not gonna really be using cones today. In some of my videos you will see. Let's get into this. I'm gonna give you details how to first, lesson number 1 is just how to keep the car in control and which angle to go to. Alright, so my controller's beeping, that's alright. And let's get to this, alright guys. Alright guys, before we continue, all I want to say is, let's say that cone is the center point and you want this car to go around and around. Alright, and you want this car to just go around and around. Alright, you need to have, I need to grab some light with this. Yeah, definitely gonna need a light. So let me see if I can make some magic happen. Alright, I'm not gonna be able to make some magic happen. But let me get my light and I'll just put it right here. That should make it a little better. There you go. Alright, so in order for the car to go around and around, you need to have the wheels in that direction. Alright, and the rear end, so pretty much you're gonna give a small turn, alright? And for the rear end to just swerve with it, you have to push the throttle, right? So what the throttle is gonna do is, let me put my controller to the side. What the throttle is gonna do is, it's gonna make the car back end just turn that way. And since you're gonna have the wheels in that direction right there, I have to let go of my controller. The car will just follow it, alright? It will just follow it. And that's what it will do, alright? A lot of people get confused. Since I'm gonna make a right turn, I need to have the wheels in that way, alright? The beginners will get confused. No, you need to have the direction you want the car to go into. Pretty much if the rear end is gonna go this way, you need the front end to go along with it, alright? So that's one thing that you need to know, right? And that would make the car go clockwise. So the counterclockwise would just be opposite, alright? So if you look at it from the other side, the counterclockwise would be in that direction, alright? And the car would just follow it, alright? I'm sorry if I got it backward, but that's what the procedure is, alright? And in one of my videos, I will be showing you how you can become the center point, and you can look at the car, and as I'm explaining to you this, if the car is facing you, and let's say put it this way, let's put the car this way, all right? So let's say the car is facing you and you want the car to turn right. You're gonna turn right, but the car actually is gonna go to your left, even though it's going to its right, all right? But if you become the center point, once you know it, you're always gonna know which direction it's gonna go, all right? So that's something that you won't get confused. You will see one of my videos I will be showing you. And in the beginning, you need to make the car go. You're gonna turn the steering to the right, all right? You're gonna turn the steering to the right and make the car just swerve out of control. Let me show you. Let me put this stuff away. All right, guys, in the beginning, you're gonna be, to start to drift, first you're gonna make the car go into motion. So use your steering. I'm gonna be turning right a little bit. And then you're just gonna swerve the opposite direction. You see that? What the car did? I'm not good at it with the one hand, but if we go to the floor, this floor is very sensitive. So if you go over here, I might be able to pop a drift with the one hand. Pay attention to my hand, guys, and the car. So really, I'm doing it with the one hand, so I don't have too much of a sensitivity on how much I'm gonna be pushing the throttle, but it's very little. Steering and everything is very little. Once you get the drift going, you don't need to turn too much off our steering, all right? I know this is a lame drift, but like I said, I'm doing it with the one hand, guys. There you go. Not bad for one hand, guys. And you should be able to do this with the one hand down the road, all right? So really not pushing too much throttle or the steering, all right? So that's how you're gonna do it, all right? And we're also gonna be learning in one of the two future videos coming up how to drift clockwise and counterclockwise. So it has to go both ways, guys, all right? So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I hope you learn it. So very little steering and the throttle, just pay attention to it. All you're gonna be doing is just a little bit, all right? Just forcing a little bit. And sometimes you don't even need to push the throttle. Come on, get out of that corner. I have no control with the one hand, guys. I mean, I am good at it, but one hand is a little difficult. And my controller, this steering is very far away, all right? Buy a controller that has a steering a little closer that you can adjust. That way you are able to do a really good drift with the one hand, all right? I got this 6 channel here because I use it for other cars also. And you can buy like about 20 cars with this FS GT5, right? That's too much throttle. So pretty much, to sum it up, the basics First, you're gonna make the car turn the direction. You want the rear end to swerve. So let's say if I do it like that, it would swerve to direction, right? To go to clockwise, counterclockwise, I'm sorry. And after that, first you're gonna do it like, say you wanna turn it that way. And after that, you're just gonna quickly change directions and hold that direction and let the car and the gyro, and all you do is play with the throttle, right? A little bit with the throttle. And that's all you're gonna do, play with the throttle, guys. All right, thank you guys. Those are the basics. Stay tuned for the other videos, step by step. Even I'm a beginner, I have a little bit of practice, but I'm really good at it already. Kind of clockwise, I'm really good. Clockwise, I'm working on it, guys. So thank you and bye-bye. Alright, let me take the car over there. Thank you.